Hey, there we go.
Hey,
Nice.
don't
Okay.
go away. Hi. Hi,
Hi.
Dave.
Hi.
Hey,
Great seeing you again. Thank you so much for joining us today.
it's
Uh,
nice to be seen.
yes. So I know I can go into your long biography and all the amazing things that you've done, acting, directing, writing, your Chicano art.
Well, you can list them all, and I can go to have a nap right now.
uh, but let's dive right in because I
Okay.
know we'll be touching on a lot of that.
Yeah, sounds
First
good.
off, how have you and the family been and holding up during all of this COVID quarantine? Everyone healthy?
Oh, yeah. So far, we're doing good. We have a place out in the desert, so we've been there for the last, I don't know, 5, 6 months. Just kind of in the desert. The only thing that we're kind of looking at the future and see, what are the problems we face, and the only thing that really freaks me out is like a break in the food chain.
Mhm.
So we've been developing a new supply of of disaster relief food. I guess it's called Jackrabbit Jerky. So we got a bunch of jackrabbits out here, so we're making jerky, and it comes fresh from our shovel to your table to ensure freshness, and now it's coming in jalapeno flavor. So look for it. It comes pre-flattened, and uh, and hopefully there'll be it'll last a long time.
That's great to know. Uh,
Yeah,
but everyone's healthy for the
yeah.
family?
So far, yeah, amazing. So far. You can't get infected by other people when there's no other people.
That's true.
Well,
So you've been an institution in the cannabis industry for since the early days. And did you ever imagine when you were filming Up in Smoke that cannabis would someday be deemed essential by the federal government?
Well, it was essential for us for a long time. It still is. But we always thought it would be legal. We just there's there, there's no reason why it should, because it was illegal for most of the time until sometime in the 20s or 30s where they wanted to combat they wanted to get rid of hemp, so because they had invented nylon and dacron and orlon and rayon, and hemp was their main competition. So they try to eliminate that by demonizing marijuana. So but it's always been it's a Mexican thing. It's marijuana. Uh, in California, Los Angeles, all those other Mexican terms.
Uh, uh, so there's been such an enormous growth in the medical cannabis market, and
Yeah.
that's why we're all here today. How have you been impacted by medicinal use of cannabis yourself?
Oh, just recently I just had a knee replacement surgery, second one on the other knee, and the first one during the rehabilitation process I used opioids. Took a long time, 6 months to recover from that, and it hurt every single second of every single day. And then you had to deal with getting off these opioids at the end, which is not wonderful. And I was getting very depressed, and I made up my mind that if I ever had to get another one of these, which I did, I was going to do something else. And this time I used dabs instead of opioids, and it came out perfect. My rehab time was 2 months. Didn't hurt at all, and I'm doing fine. There was no recovery period or getting off dabs. Finding more dabs is what the problem was.
That's great. So I heard something maybe about a CBD line.
Yeah, we have Cheech's private stash or Cheech's stash now, and we have all kinds of line of CBD products, tinctures, creams that are they're anti-inflammatory. They clear help. At least in my case, they have help clear skin problems. And you can swallow them, tinctures, the sleeping aids, all kinds of things. Just go to cheech.com and you'll find all our products there.
Perfect. And so maybe getting into a little bit more about the products that you have. I've had the opportunity to try Cheech's Stash.
Yes.
So thank you for that wonderful experience.
You find it wherever a fine marijuana is sold.
Yes, in Colorado, Nevada, Washington, and California.
That's right. We're just
And
coming out in California as we speak.
Wonderful. Can you tell me a little bit about Cheech's stash? And I know you're a big flower guy.
Yeah, mostly I like flour, because I'm old school. But I'm increasingly getting to edibles and other distillates. I think it's much more handy, and they're kind of uh, 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 made for specific problems, and that really helps me out. So, but I like flour. I'm an old-fashioned kind of guy.
And so you have pre-rolls as well as
We're
dark
coming out with a new pre-roll called the Big Chicharron, and it's flour and keef on the outside. And for the first 6 months of its release, all the profits were going to the prison. What's his name?
Last Prisoners Project.
Last Prisoners Project, yeah, which we're sharing or giving the profits to right the wrongs of the legalization or unlegalization of marijuana, so that we can help get some people out of jail and get their records expunged. We're going to start with Tommy Chong, so they can ask like that's the first guy.
Speaking of Tommy, you got some
Yeah.
retail outlets maybe coming out next year?
What? Oh, he movie?
No, retail outlets, so dispensaries.
Oh, yes, we've just signed a deal to what is the term I want to use? We just signed a deal for Cheech and Chong dispensaries,
Yes.
and they'll be in neighborhoods close to you soon. We're going to start them I think the first one comes out within about a month. They carry all products, not just Cheech or Chong products, but you'll be able to access them very quickly in California and then in other states.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that experiential cannabis buying experience.
Me too.
Yeah.
Because our motto is, and Cheech's stash is, it will always be good.
Yes.
Because we personally test it.
Nice. So there are many investors from across the globe watching right now. I mean, everyone
Yes.
from India, Africa, Europe. What is the best way for them to get involved with what you're doing from an investment perspective?
Well, go to my website, cheech.com, and look for Cheech's stash and all avenues to invest. And we're looking for investors all the time, because it's better than, a lot of other stuff to invest in, that you will be able to join our cause. And we always are looking for other team members to join in this process for us, so just cheech.com.
Wonderful. And I'll be bringing Lisa Marcus in a little bit.
Yes, absolutely.
To join in the conversation. So you've always been a supporter of nonprofits. You mentioned Last Prisoners Project.
Yeah.
I know you've been big with the arts. And can you explain a little bit about your Chicano art collection? And it's one of the largest in the world, if not the largest.
Yeah. In the history of the universe, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. But I've been collecting Chicano art for over 50 years, and we've come to the point where and I've been touring the collection for a lot of those years, and I was trying to figure out what to do with this collection, how that we've done this so much, and out of the blue, the city of Riverside, California, came to me and offered me a museum to house the collection. They were looking to repurpose a building that they had here, there was the town library. They're building a new Jetsons library down the street, with neon, and so they had to repurpose the building, and they, by some miraculous circuitous route, they came to me and offered us the building for the collection, and we will open in the fall of 2021. It's a beautiful, beautiful building. I don't know if anybody out there has ever been to Riverside, California, but it's an old historic California town that in the late 1880s was the richest per capita town in the United States because of citrus. They grew all things citrus, oranges, lemons, tangelos, grapefruits, and they shipped it all over the country. So they became quite wealthy, small population, so everybody shared in this. And they commissioned a string of really historic buildings on their main street, Mission Boulevard. And this particular building sits right next door to the Mission Inn, which is a National Historic Monument. Over, I think, 13 or 14 presidents have stayed there, and it's a beautiful building, and we sit right next door to it on the main street. 66,420 square feet, 420 being the operative number.
And you'll have about 700 of your own pieces?
Yeah, there. And we'll roll that out. It'll take, they estimate it'll take about 5 years to roll out the whole collection. And we get to do a deep dive into that collection. And we'll also be running programs, because this isn't just a repository of paintings or art. There'll be a film a department in there, which Robert Rodriguez has consented to lead and do programs there, and we'll have a bunch of other programs that are going along with us at the same time as you enjoy the art.
Well, that's fantastic. Thank you.
It is
supporting the arts.
We like that, because I've been showing this collection all over, from every single major institution, art institution in the country, from the Smithsonian to LACMA to San Diego Museum, the De Young, just every one of them throughout the country. For the main tour went on for 7 years, and then there's additional tours that went on for equal amount of time. So that's been a lot of fun to get a Chicano art to heretofore unknown parts of the country.
Well, that is great. So I look forward to seeing it open up.
Oh, we also have masks. Let me do this one. The Cheech.
Oh, that's great.
There
And how do you get those?
In the mail. Go to the website, Cheech and Chong /art, and you'll see that. That's the Cheech. They even spelled the name correctly.
Yes, it did. Yep.
And that's what the institution will be called, the Cheech Marin Center for Chicano Art and Culture. I tore my ears off. Art and Culture, and we nicknamed it the Cheech. I tried to get them to do that right away, so there was no argument, and everybody agreed. Like it have the Broad or something like that. We now have the Cheech in Riverside, California.
We'll look forward to visiting that.
Yeah, please. And look for our products on cheech.com. And we got a lot of stuff to offer, and we want to help the community as much as we can. The Last Prisoner Project being among them, and all and the profits for the first 6 months of these, the big Chicharron will go to that entity.
Thank you for giving back so much. And
yeah.
So speaking of some other celebrities that may want to get into this industry, how can you best advocate for cannabis? How can they use their presence to best advocate? Because you've done such a wonderful job. What have you been found like most effective? And
if you show them how it affects you, how you use it in your daily life, or and it makes it much more authentic. Lisa looks like she's trying to get in here. Are you trying to get in here, Lisa?
Is Lisa in?
I see her face. Go away. Okay. No, Lisa's not here. If the police are looking for her, I've never seen her. How it affects in your daily life. I mean, it was a big part of our Cheech and Chong identity. I have that other mask. There's a new Cheech and Chong mask too.
Love it.
Everywhere you go, always wear a mask. Come on, let's suppress this virus and get back to work, so I can go out and do some more shows and you can be safe. We always wanted you to be safe, but you got to don't listen to the politics. Listen to the science.
No, that's great. They are the true influencers and celebrities now.
I hope so. I'm waiting for my Dr. Fauci mask,
Yes, when you're being impersonated in Saturday Night Live, you've hit celebrity status.
You made it. We're in a unique position right now. The country is in danger from this virus growing and lasting a long time. The longer it lasts, the longer our economy stays shut down, and we don't want that.
Yes. Well, Cheech, I really appreciate you being here. So I'm going to ask Lisa a couple of questions. You're free to stay on if you want to.
Okay, yeah.
From the sidelines. Uh, but
Sure, Lisa.
Yeah, Lisa, Marcus. So maybe do a quick introduction and can you share your relationship and how you've known each other?
Well, I'm Cheech's Jewish sister.
Yeah, we met in jail.
Well, I only say that because Cheech's Stash is a family business, as many of you know. Cheech's daughter, Jasmine, and Joey, his son, are a big part of our business. And
Quality control.
Yeah, right. And since it's a family business, I had to figure out what my part was. So I became his New York Jewish sister.
There we go.
And the aunt of Joey and Jasmine. But on a serious note, I met Cheech about 5 years ago, and we created a mezcal together, Tres Papalote Mezcal.
Tres Papalote.
Tres Papalote, yes. And it took me it took Cheech about 3 years to train me how to say that. Right, every time I'd say it, he'd yell at me, go, "You've got to know how to say the name, Lisa."
It adds to authenticity.
Yes. So we just struck up a great relationship. I fell in love with him and his wife, Natasha, and the kids. And when it came time to do the cannabis brand, Cheech said, "Would you like to be part of it?" And I said, "I would love to." So I managed the brand for Cheech. We're the licensing company, and we worked really hard and diligently together to bring Cheech's Stash to all of Cheech's friends and fans.
And all the deserving stoners.
Right. Right. Yes.
So what is it like working with Cheech and, Cheech, cover your ears?
Well, we're always laughing, to be honest. We're always laughing because Cheech is truly, all his responses are so quick and witty. But the other part of working with Cheech is that people, see Cheech a certain way from his Cheech and Chong persona, but Cheech is a brilliant man. Cheech, don't listen to this. He really is. He's brilliant in terms of, his intelligence, his quick wit, his marketing. He comes up with some great additions. Like our theme or our tagline is, "It will always be good." And one day Cheech just said, "Yeah, it will always be good." So that became our tagline. So he really works with us. It's not just his name. He's part of everything we do. And as I mentioned, Jim, when we spoke, everything has to be Cheech approved. All products have to be Cheech approved.
And they are.
Multiple times, I'm assuming.
Because it will always be good, or else it doesn't go out under the Cheech label.
Yeah.
That is great. And that's, really the standard for how any celebrities or influencers should be approaching the space.
Yeah. Because you want to, because there's good weed out there. You want to make sure that your people get it,
Yeah, absolutely. So with Cheech's Stash, what's the overall focus? I know Cheech mentioned a little bit, but maybe Lisa share a little bit what you're doing, maybe on the Raise side. And he mentioned the big Cheech Marin that's coming out and the Last Prisoner project.
So we have launched the brand in 4 states, and we're very diligent about how we do things. We want things to really be right. So we've got Colorado, California, Washington State, and Nevada on board. We're now moving into several new states in the next few months, and we're also very, very excited about the CBD brand, which we will take nationwide as well as worldwide. So we're looking to raise some money to really expand and blow out the brand in the next year or so, and we have opportunities for the right people. And you can hang out with Cheech, right, Cheech? They can hang out with you?
That's right, especially the ones with a lot of money.
Well, you got a lot of those on the call and a global audience.
We like them. Help us get good weed to you.
Yes, yes, yeah. But our mission, Jim, is really all about cannabis, and we feel this is such an exciting time in the industry, and for those people who have the appetite to get in on the ground floor, whether it's our brand or something else, because we are going to change the world. And it's all going to happen in the next, 4 to 5, 10 years as this industry grows. And it's very exciting. we're very committed to sharing the magic and the wonderful benefits of cannabis with everybody in the world.
The amazing thing is that we have made such great medical strides and medical applications through this, with it still being federally illegal and not being allowed to experiment, with that or do clinical tests. This has all come out on its own, So once we get to the legally federally, we're going to make incredible progress.
Yeah. So we're setting, we're doing great now, but we're setting the path towards that. And after, as you said, Cheech, it becomes federally legal, well, this industry will explode.
Right. And so how can people get involved if they wanted to reach out for investing opportunities or have further questions?
So just go to our website, cheechesstash.com. You can reach it through cheechesstash.com or cheechesprivatestash.com. And right on the homepage, we have a click-through for anybody who's interested in reaching out to us and getting more information about investing.
Awesome. Well, I appreciate you both joining us, Cheech from your confines and Lisa. So please, we welcome you anytime.
Lisa's hiding in New York. She lives in the subway now.
Right.
It's empty, right?
Yeah, really. She rides it up and down all day. Goes back to the Bronx.
Don't tell my secrets, Cheech. Thank you, Jim, for having us. Thank you so much. This is a great webinar, and so happy to be with other people of kind and cannabis devotees. Thank you so much.
Thank you. We'll check in with you anytime we got something new.
All right, please do. All right,
man.
Next time. All right,
thank you very much.
Thank you.
Peace out.
See you soon, Cheech.
Okay, see you soon.
All right, everyone. That wraps up our speaker portion of the show today.